Good day, viewers, and welcome to the King's Math Online. In this tutorial, we are to find the square root of 5 plus 2 root 6. Okay, so this is an objective question, and whenever you have this kind of objective question, the easiest thing to do is to first of all take a look at the coefficient of this root 6. So the rule is this: once you have something like this, 5 plus 2 root 6, and you're looking for the square root, then your answer is going to be root m plus root n. Okay, now the simple trick to it is that the coefficient of root 6 here must always be 2. And in this problem, we're having 2 as the coefficient. So once this is done, the next thing for you to do is to look for two numbers that when you multiply them, two numbers m and n, that when you multiply them, you're going to have this 6. And when you add them, you're going to have this 5. Okay? And that simply means we're looking for two factors of 6 that sum up to 5. So looking at the factors of 6, the easiest ones for us to use is 3 and 2. So you can see that 3 times 2 is going to give us 6, and 3 plus 2 is going to give us 5. So therefore, we can say that the solution to this problem is simply root 3 plus root 2. So that is the answer. Or you can write it as root 2 plus root 3. So the correct answer to this question is option C, root 3 plus root 2. Now we should know that for us to arrive at this 2 that is here, one thing that should always come to your mind is the fact that whenever you have something like this, a plus b all squared, you're going to have a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. I believe we remember this. So if we bring this root m plus root n, that's going to give us m plus n. When you square root m, you have what? M. When you square root n, you have n. Then plus 2 root mn. So this is where we get the shortcut from. So m plus n is giving us the 5, while m times n is giving us the 6. So this 2 here is a constant, and it must always be here. So in a situation where you have a problem that this 2 is not there, then you have to look for it. So if you have, for instance, 12 here instead of 6, that is, maybe you have something like this. You have to look for the square root of, let's say, okay, 4 plus root 12, for instance. Now, since there is no 2 outside here, you must bring out 2. So you have to solve this root 12 here to give you 4 plus root 4 times 2 times 3. Yeah. Now 4, the square root of it is going to be 2. So you bring it out. Meaning whatever is inside here must be divided by 4 in order for you to get 2 out. So this will now give us root 4 plus 2 root 3. Okay, applying our shortcut just now, this is going to give us 3 times 1 and 3 plus 1. So therefore, our answer to this particular problem is now going to be root 3 plus 1 or 1 plus root 3. Also, if you have something like, let's say 6 minus 4 root 2. Remember we said for this to work out, there must be a 2 here. So in this case, what we're going to do is to take this 2, divide this 4 by 2, and then take the answer inside. Remember, you divide whatever is here by 2, take the answer inside, and leave the 2 here. So in this case, 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So that 2, you're taking it inside. And for it to cross this root side inside, the root sign, and go inside, you must, I repeat, you must square the answer. So here we're going to say the 2 that we're to take inside now, 2 squared, then times 2. So this will give us root 6 minus, don't forget we have our 2 here, 2 root 4. 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So in this case, we can now say 2 numbers that multiply to give us 8 and add up to give us 6. And that will give us 4 and 2. So we can now say our answer is equal to root 4 minus root 2. We know that root 4 is equal to 2, so we say 2 minus root 2 is the answer to this problem. So that's all we have for you in this episode. Do share our videos with your learned colleagues, and then like our YouTube channel, our Facebook, follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. We're also on TikTok for more exciting math videos. See you in the next class.